Hey, what's up, everybody? I was watching the TV today and television, for those of you who don't know. Kidding. Um, we just had an election in my state in Alabama, the fucking primary election type things. Um, and all you saw leading up to this fucking election was all these campaign ads by a bunch of these fucking political zombies. One of them really was extremely fucking disturbing. This one dude got on there and he was to some opponent, and I think it was the opponent's name was Tim Bradley or Tim James or some shit. Anyway, a bunch of fucking idiots. It doesn't matter who they were. The dude said about his opponent, he said, he wants to teach evolution to our children, and said that the Bible is only part true, you know. I think he has his wife doing the voiceover or something. And I love, and I absolutely fucking love how people are so deluded that they believe politicians have their best interests at heart. It just seems to me that if politicians had your best heart, or your best interests at heart, they wouldn't be wasting taxpayer money to make the dumbest fucking statements I have ever heard. Alright? I will grant you, evolution is not 100% proven, but the basic facts that we evolved to where we are absolutely fucking are. And the second part of that, where it says that the Bible is only part true. In the Bible, as well as in the Quran and a little bit in the Torah, it says that the earth is a flat, disc-shaped reality held up by pillars, and I believe just the Quran says this, but it might also be the Torah, that a fucking crystal dome, like a snow globe-like thing, is covering it. I don't think that's really fucking going on. I'm just gonna go on a limb here and say that's not fucking real, alright? I think the earth is not flat and covered by a fucking snow globe. But people pander to that. What disturbs me is people vote on issues like that, and also because they believe, you know, that politicians have their best interest, which oddly enough usually goes against their own interest. People in this fucking country vote on issues like, you'll ask any normal Republican voter down here, what are the issues that affect you in this election? Is it jobs? And they're like, no. Is it the economy? Is it, you know, healthcare reform? You know, no. It's who believes in the magic sky kingdom more, and who has, you know, more belief in an invisible friend. You know, people are fucking dumb. Extremely fucking retarded. The median IQ in this country is 100. That means 50% of the American population is fucking double-digit IQs. Now, I'm not extremely smart. I'm only about 110, but shit. You get some of these motherfuckers an IQ test, it's like in the 50s and 60s and shit. Legal, like, you know, slurred speech and like, you know, man-child rating starts at about 40. So you get people like in the 50s and 60s, they ain't doing too good. This is fucked up, you know. People vote on issues like that. Or another one, I remember watching the Alexandra Pelosi DVD, Right America Feeling Wrong, you know, all the rednecks saying, I don't want no nigger in my White House. It's called the White House for a reason, you know. Fucking stupid motherfuckers. This one dude said, between Obama, Pelosi, and, what's the vice president's name? Joe Biden. He's like, I will lose my gun rights, you know. Okay, so they take away your gun, you know, even if they really could, or what, they'd have to, you know, get a bunch of people drive around to houses and shit. Even if they could take your gun away, I don't think you're really going to give it to them. And if somebody took my gun, I'll trade you my gun for some fucking health care. How's that, you know? People all the time say about that shit, God-given rights. Well, I think if God really was looking out for you when he was writing your rights, you know, this is a George Carlin joke, by the way, that he would ensure that you have the right to some food every day and a roof over your head. He wouldn't be concerned that you have a gun so you can kill your fucking girlfriend's parents on Saturday. People are just so fucking retarded and fucked up. Now, I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but I look at most people and I'm like, what is this delusional shit rambling around your fucking head? I'll tell you this really fucked up story about George Bush. I don't know if anybody remembers, but France, when in 2003, 4-ish, when we were going to invade Iraq, everybody had this fucking thing against France, like, fuck France, because they weren't in the coalition of the willing, whatever the fuck it was called. The reason they weren't coming with us, and the reason they said, no, we're not going to help you, because Jacques Chirac, the prime minister then, this one came out after Bush, after he was not the prime minister of France, but apparently, from what I can tell, this isn't 100% confirmed, but this sounds like some shit Bush would say. The way he tried to recruit Jacques Chirac to get him to send supplies and to help him invade Iraq to get France on our side, he fucking told the dude that Gog and Magog, two demons from the Book of Revelation, not like demons in human form, not like fucking demons you couldn't see, like spirits or some shit. He said actual fucking demons, like two dudes with fucking horns and tails dressed in combat fatigues were running around the Middle East, and they were gearing up for a war. It was Revelation. It was the end times. The Antichrist was coming back. And Jacques Chirac, at first, you know, this is insane enough. He said, okay, well, I'll look into it. Why you would have to look into some crazy shit like that, who knows? But he got a theologian expert. After the theologian expert said, oh no, this isn't really happening, this shit is delusional and fucking crazy, that's when Jacques Chirac said, okay, I won't come out and say this shit because it'll look like, you know, I ain't gonna fuck with him like that, so I'll just say, we're not gonna help it, and then, of course, everybody's like, fuck France, it won't help us out with the war effort, fuck France, man. If somebody came to me and said some shit like that, I would look at them puzzled and I'm going, are you taking your fucking meds? Because that shit is crazy. Gog and Magog, you know. And the best part about this story is that George Bush, the way he tried to convince Jacques Chirac, he claimed he never showed the pictures to him. Jacques said they never showed him any of this shit, but he claimed to have these motherfuckers on like satellite footage. Like he had two demons dressed in fucking combat fatigues with turbans on and shit. And they were like standing around pointing and shit, going, build this here, blow that up, you know, give him the bomb, run, you know. And, and people are like, he's the greatest president ever, he kept us safe for 8 years. I have a crazy aunt who's a schizophrenic. She, when I told her this story, she even said, you know, okay, maybe he should have been in the nut house with me. But people believe that shit, and yet they continue to vote. And, of course, in my state, with the fucking elections we just had, you know, I think Roy Moore, the guy who put the 10 Commandments monument, I don't know if he's up in the next election in like a year or 2 years, or, because this was just the primaries. I think they may not have voted him in. I don't know if they voted in the governor, but either way, you know, Roy Moore, if you remember him, he was the guy who tried to put the 10 Commandments monument, the big fucking statue, in or he did actually, put it in the courthouse, you know. And when they asked him to remove it, he refused, and now he's got like Chuck Norris going, yes, Roy Moore for governor, let's, you know, why don't we just put fucking Charles Manson in office and just whatever he says, you know, death to the pigs, you know. Oh yes, Governor Manson, you know. yes, Manson 2011, you know. But anyway, I ran out of time, so peace.